up, everybody? It's Tiffany Stone alongside Scott Birdsall. Scott, it's been an incredible year for you. You've had some incredible partnerships. Obviously, we're here at SEMA right now in the AMSOIL booth with two iconic vehicles that you're pretty much known for. How's 2022 gone for you?
2022 is development year. We got the AMSOIL LMP1 here. We finished it like a day before Pikes Peak. So we got to test it on Pikes Peak, which is not the best thing in the world, but the car handles excellent, brakes excellent, does everything perfect. We just had some heat issues, which we've already worked out, and 2023 is going to be like our run at the record, which I already have with old Smoky F1, but I'm trying to better it to kind of make the record safer and just keep pushing, like, you know, diesel technology on the mountain.
And talking about that, we got a chance to see some of that footage because AMSOIL was out there and you were just carrying bottles of water around to try to, you know, help that heat issue.
Yeah.
What was the thought? What was the idea behind that? For some people that don't necessarily know, because obviously Pikes Peak,
Right.
There's a lot of pressure. It's kind of, hey, we're here, we're trying to do this. And like you said, testing everything out because it finished the day before.
So Pikes Peak is like the ultimate testing ground for anything, like internal combustion engines especially. Like, there's a lot of electric stuff that runs it now, but you know, with an internal combustion engine, you're fighting like altitude, air density, heat. Cooling is a big issue there because your air density is much lower at the top, so you need like double the cooling you would at sea level. So I think our biggest problem at Pikes Peak was it rained on race day, and this is a downforce car with tunnels, and all the radiators are in the tunnels, and if you don't go fast enough, they don't get enough air. So not the best rain car, which will work out. But yeah, like, you know, it's a development place. You go there to, you know, push the boundaries of whatever technology you're using.
Well, and talking about that, obviously you did some amazing things with Old Smoky right over there. And as soon as I say Old Smoky, your smile gets a little bit bigger.
I love that truck. It's so awesome. Like, it's 70 years old. You know, underneath it, it's not. It's like a purpose-built tube chassis race truck. But I mean, look at it. It's just fun. You know, it's got all the original patina on it, and you know, it's something you don't see in professional racing much. It's like something, like, there's a lot of fun-looking stuff out there, but Old Smoky's kind of like his own entity in the pro racing world.
I feel like this is kind of, you know, forgive me if I say it this way, but like the best resto mod that you could ever do. You know what I'm saying? You've got the older generation that looks at it and you're like, okay, this is pretty cool. And then you've got the younger generation, especially ones that are really into what's happening with the future. And especially like we were talking about the diesel market. So with the diesel market, 2023 and beyond, really, what do you think is about to happen?
Well, I think the diesel market is going toward a lot of emissions legal performance. There's been a lot of stuff that's you can't really do anymore. So our biggest thing with my development partners like AMSOIL, Freedom Racing Engines, Dynamite Diesel, you know, S&S Diesel, they're doing our engine management. It's all about like tuning and making sure it runs clean. So we already run these things on next gen fuel, which is a 100% petroleum-free diesel. So there's no oil anywhere. Well, there's oil, but it's not petroleum-based oil. So yeah, we're trying to, you know, like I said, further the diesel technology, but do it in a greener way. You know, like using biofuels, making sure there's not the dirty black smoke. There's going to be all the time with a performance diesel, like especially fully uncorked race vehicles like this. Like, you're going to get some black smoke once in a while, but you know, just furthering the technology and trying to put a good face forward in the diesel community.
Well, I love that you're doing that. It's really cool because, you know, the diesel community, especially some people who are not running clean tunes out there, they get the bad rap for it. You know, we always see everybody rolling coal, and that's the thing about it. And it's fun at times. It really is fun. And of course, obviously the burnouts and everything that you love doing. But being the face for it, you know, it's cool to see that you want to push that to the next level, especially for 2023, because you want everybody to be able to have that and be able to run something and not have the diesel market have a bad name, which, you know, a lot of people are sometimes giving it that name.
So that's the thing. Like, you know, you have, you know, in any kind of area of the car culture, you're going to have like people that go out and make that certain section like not look so great and like rolling like massive amounts of coal on the street, and like I don't know if you see like the viral videos of like dudes doing it to guys on bicycles and stuff. Like that doesn't put a good face forward for the market. Like I want to be able to put the good face forward for the market, you know, like building these things and bringing like diesel back to Pikes Peak, and yeah, you know, just trying to do good for that segment.
Well, I know this is probably going to be a difficult question because both of these are kind of like your babies right now, but would you rather take Old Smoky or your LMP1 really on like a full track day or just on a cruise? I mean, trust me, I know that they're completely different vehicles, but...
So they're completely different animals.
Yeah.
You know, like this is a purpose-built Le Mans car that's you know, it's a downforce car. It's like everything about it is purpose-built to stick on the track. Old Smoky started life out as like it's a Ford truck that's 70 years old and really has no purpose other than hauling hay or garbage. And you know, we developed it into something that, you know, pulls 1.7 Gs in the corners, and it's, you know, and it set a record at Pikes Peak. So I feel like Old Smoky has more personality.
Okay.
And it's definitely more fun to drive because it's like trying to wrangle an ape. Like the thing is just, it's angry and it's constantly trying to trade ends on you, and it's just makes all the cool noises. This thing does all the same stuff, but it doesn't try to, you know, it's more refined. It doesn't try to swap ends. Like it doesn't, you can go through a corner almost as fast as you want. Like
Yeah.
I think the car's more capable than I am. So for pure sheer like enjoyment of like just going out and having fun, Old Smoky. But if I'm trying to win a race, I'm taking the LMP car.
That's awesome because you're absolutely correct. They are two different animals, and like you said, you know, I go wheeling with my Jeep, and sometimes somebody that's very important to me once said, if you don't get out of your vehicle and look back, then you pick the wrong vehicle. Every single time. That is exactly really what it is. And I do that with my Jeep all the time. And like how you said, this is a little bit more capable than you. I forget that about the Jeep all the time because I'm like 20 degrees off camber and I'm like, okay, I really, really hate this. And the Jeep's like, I kind of love this. But so I completely understand. Yep. Well, you know that we always do this or that, and it's we're gonna change some things up for you. I know, and see, that's the best thing because we see these vehicles, we know these vehicles, but we want to know you know, and your fake Scotty back there too.
Yeah, you mean taller, skinnier Scotty?
Taller, skinnier Scotty is right over my shoulder right here. Okay, so you ready, Scott? So when we talk about SEMA,
yeah,
would you rather get here a day early or a day like on Friday when everything's here to kind of see everything? Do you want to see everything right away?
I want to get here a day early. I want to get here a day early because then I can avoid the crowds and I get to enjoy everything, like, you know, and also make sure all my cars are set up right. So.
Okay, are you a night owl or a morning person?
Definitely not a morning person, so night owl. Yeah.
Night owl. Would you rather watch like a binge, like an entire series, or binge like a movie series, like Harry? I don't know why I'm going to say Harry Potter, but do you know what I'm saying? Would you rather binge an entire series on Netflix or some movies?
Series.
Series? What's your go-to series right now, or what are you watching?
Man, I forget what it's called. The new Game of Thrones. It's like House of Dragons.
House of Dragons! Yeah. Oh my goodness, you've got, yes. So I waited like a good 3 or 4 years after the series ended for Game of Thrones to finally binge watch Game of Thrones, and I did, and I came into it.
That's what my wife and I did. We binge watched it over like 2 months.
Yep.
And then we waited, you know, and then the new one came out, which is pretty good. Not as good as Game of Thrones, but also The Watcher is a really good one.
I did binge The Watcher. So last week I got stuck from Dallas and I got rerouted because I watched the entire thing and sipped on Prosecco at the Sky Lounge.
Super creepy.
Super creepy because you know that there are people out there that probably watch everything that you're doing but don't send you letters.
I for sure have stalkers. Yeah, it's not okay.
It's not okay. Okay, one more. Would you rather have donut holes or bear claws?
Oh, man. Donut holes, but I really like bear claws.
I do like bear claws. Okay, I guess bear claws are apple fritters.
Oh, apple fritters.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
straight to the apple fritter now.
That's always my go-to is the apple turnover, the apple fritter.
Awesome. Well, Scott, it's been such a great pleasure chatting with you. I know we do this a few times a year, and obviously we're probably going to do it at PRI and or into 2023. But
yeah, I'll be PRI.
What is your big goal for 2023?
2023 is to reset the diesel record, like preferably in the 9-minute realm. Like,
So-
that's my goal.
That's your goal.
That's
what we're working for.
That's my sole goal.
Your sole goal for 2023. Well, Scott,
Actually, that's a lie. So I'm also building, in partnership with AMSOIL, a Toyota truck to run at Bonneville to set the mini mid-size pickup record. So 2 goals: set a record at Bonneville. Biggest goal: set a record at Pikes Peak. Reset the record at Pikes Peak.
well, that's awesome. So I know that you guys are definitely going to want to stay updated with what Scott's doing for 2023. We're going to have some more check-ins throughout the entire year for next year. But if we want to watch kind of your daily life in a non-stalkerish watcher way, where can we go, Scott?
So all my socials are at Chuckles Garage. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I mostly post to Instagram, so at Chuckles Garage.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for checking in.